Hello everyone, I'm Donna Presley and I'd like to welcome you to my Donna Presley official YouTube channel. Today I'd like to talk to you about one of Elvis's great loves, and that was Anita Wood. So I'll get started and I hope you enjoy it. Anita Wood was part of our lives on the Hill. That's what our family called Graceland. From 1957 onward, she was a familiar face, a warm spirit who seemed to bring laughter with her every time she came up that long drive. She was petite, with a beautiful figure, and the kind of presence that filled a room without her even trying to. Her legs were amazing, out of this world. I can still picture her in those short shorts she liked to wear at home, with a soft blouse and that easy smile of hers. She was natural, stylish, and effortlessly glamorous. When Elvis was drafted into the Army in 1958 and sent to Germany for 2 years, Anita stayed close to the Hill. She spent much of her time around Graceland, checking in on Grandma, helping her keep the place feeling like home. Her loyalty ran deep, not just to Elvis, but to our whole family. Even with him thousands of miles away, and before Grandma went over to Germany, she was still part of our day-to-day life, a steady reminder of warmth and love. But Anita wasn't just beautiful on the outside. She had the kindest heart you ever saw. She was gentle, loving, and thoughtful, always. She'd sit down with us, hang out with us like any other family member would. We'd watch television together, talk, laugh over the smallest things. Sometimes we'd go into town, maybe to a dress shop, and she'd help me choose something really pretty, showing me how to match colors and fabrics so an outfit felt just right. When I was a little older, she'd help me with my hair, teaching me to tease it just so, make sure the ends were smooth, and how to stay so it would look good without looking really stiff. She showed me how to shape my nails properly, paint them neatly, and pick the polish that made your hands look elegant. Those might seem like small things, but for a young girl in her formative years, believe me, they were everything. Anita was my biggest influence in hair, makeup, and style. She had that early Hollywood kind of beauty, soft curls, perfect lipstick, always polished but never overdone. I wanted to be just like her. And she never treated me like I was a little kid or child tagging along beside her. She treated me as a young person finding her own way. And you have no idea that meant the world to me. Anita adored Grandma. She'd often stop by to love on her, as Grandma would say. I can still picture her sitting beside Grandma's chair, taking her hand and patting it gently. She'd ask, "How are you feeling, Grandma?" And Grandma's whole face would light up. That was Anita, thoughtful, affectionate, and always sincere. I remember how she and Elvis were playful together and tender toward each other. They teased each other, shared quiet looks, private jokes, and laughter that filled the room. You could feel the love between them, even when they said nothing. She fit very naturally into our world, not because she tried to, but because she belonged there in those happy golden days. Anita fit well within our family. There was no exceptions. Everyone loved her, respected her, and welcomed her as one of our own. When things began to change between them, it was difficult for everyone. Elvis wasn't one for a confrontation unless he was truly angry. Anita knew there were other girls, and she had already seen the handwriting on the wall, as we say. Still, she carried herself with grace and dignity. When she realized the time had come, she said she'd make the choice herself. It was a moment filled with quiet courage and deep sadness, but she handled it with grace, and so did Elvis on both sides. The truth is, Elvis was not a man who could be contained by ordinary boundaries. His spirit could not be confined by expectation or convention. He was a creative soul, an artist in the truest sense, and such spirits are not meant to be contained. He needed many different kinds of souls around him, each reflecting a facet of his restless genius and deep compassion. For someone like Elvis, marriage in the conventional sense was never quite right. He lived by a rhythm larger than the world could easily understand, a rhythm that belonged to the stage, to his music, and to the calling placed upon his life. Even after the breakup, Anita kept in touch with the family, especially Grandma. That says everything about her heart. She didn't vanish or turn bitter. She still cared, still reached out, and we all felt that love. For me, Anita will always be remembered as someone who shaped a piece of my youth, my sense of style, my confidence, and my understanding of what it means to be gracious and kind. She was a part of that golden chapter in our lives when laughter drifted through the house, when the world seemed full of promise, and when love in all its forms was something you could truly feel in the air. Time may move on, but some people never fade from your mind and your hearts and your memory. Anita remains one of those gentle lights that will always shine in the story of our family. I hope you enjoyed this, and I loved talking about Anita. I always felt very close to her. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for joining me. And until next time, God bless.